Atlanta is a vibrant, growing city, home to internationally recognized companies and world-class innovative education institutions. But while much of the city is thriving, a side of it is still left behind. Atlanta's crime rate is telling. Our city is the 17th most dangerous out of the 50 biggest cities in the country. Much of that danger is concentrated in one area, the 30314 zip code, known as one of the poorest and most crime-ridden areas in the nation. This small slice of Atlanta accounts for 6 out of every 10 murders in the city. And the FBI ranks the 1300 block as the 5th most violent in the entire US. In this part of the city, about 40% live below the poverty line, and median income is just $25,000. For the young people of the 30314, survival on the streets comes first, not homework or extracurricular activities. Think about this reality. In the last few years, 15 of the public schools have closed, and 14 remain on the chronically failing list. The odds are stacked against a student attending college or even graduating high school. Simply put, the 30314 zip code is a wasteland of opportunity.
You know, even as while living in this neighborhood for over 17 years now, we're still astounded by some of the living conditions that some of our students live in. And these are conditions that they mirror third world conditions. It's truly still very eye-opening for us after all these years. We're 2 miles from one of the largest corporate headquarters in the world of Coca-Cola. We're 2 miles from one of the greatest educational institutes in the world, Georgia Tech. And yet, here we are in third world conditions.
There's clearly a need here, and there's one model to look at where some kids have already found hope. Bright Futures Academy, a private school specifically designed to give kids without a solid shot at living a thriving life the chance to succeed. Thanks to Georgia's tax credit scholarship program, 100% of the students at Bright Futures receive a scholarship to attend.
We had been working with teenagers in our community for about 7 years, just with after-school and summer programming, and based on how they performed on their SATs and ACTs and their lack of ability to get into post-high school programs, we realized then if we were going to really truly affect these kids in a real way, we had to educate them also. So we started Bright Futures Academy.
At first I thought it was going to be like a little crazy, but when I first got here, I had like awesome days. It was very fun. Like we went on different field trips, and ever since then, I didn't never want to leave because I always liked the school.
Historically, the schools in our community have graded out as some of the lowest performing schools in the nation, and therefore our kids, even if they tried, even if they had the ability and the drive to get a good education, the opportunity just simply wasn't there.
Well, here I like Bible, I like reading, I like math. Well, I really like all my classes because every day I learn something new that I didn't know before.
Philip always tells us this thing to stick with. If you don't work with it, you will never have it. So my 8th grade math class, it was really hard at the beginning of the semester. I thought I can't get a B or A, but I kept going, never stopped, did my homework, did all my work, and just tried to put my best effort into it. And I had A's and B's on my progress report because of that class.
School choice is not about favoring children. It's about giving every child the chance to succeed and learn in the environment that is best for them. Sometimes it revolves around academics. Sometimes it's to fulfill a child's special needs. And for some, it's about learning in a safe place.
What we really wanted to pull off here was an atmosphere that was, number one, safe and secure. A young person cannot learn if he or she feels threatened. Secondly, we wanted an atmosphere that's conducive to learning. And then finally, stimulating.
Well, before I came to Bright Futures, I used to always think that I was supposed to have my way. I always had tantrum fits. I had like a bad temper. I wasn't going down the right path because of the group that I was hanging with. But when I came here to Bright Futures, everything just changed. Like, I actually met good people that actually helped me instead of like people that always tried to bring me down, like who I thought were my friends, but they like actually brought me down.
I like to help people. I give advice to a lot of people. So it was this kid that was failing his classes pretty bad. And I had the same thing when I was in 6th grade. He's in 6th grade now. So all I said is just do your work, do your homework. So the next, like a few months later, he started passing his classes, and Philip acknowledged him, and he gave me credit for helping him do what he did.
Certain children just need that role model right there to follow, so I had to learn how to step up and be a leader and set the examples for the students.
Thanks to Georgia's tax credit scholarship, the students at Bright Futures have hope. But all students in the 3031 Vorst zip code and in every area across the state deserve that same hope. They deserve a choice.